Despite having one of the biggest movies ever released last year, things have not been great for Disney. This has been one of my favorite headlines to show in videos because it says a lot. Disney announces Toy Story 5, Frozen 3, Zootopia 2, and 7,000 layoffs. All of that screams to me, desperate for money. Disney is not doing well. One of the biggest problems that they've had is a lack of quality. Phase 4 of Marvel, for example, was awful. It was bad. It was not good. It was a lot of just junk, bloated junk. And it looks like that's catching up with Phase 5. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, sitting at 50% rotten. This could become the worst scored movie, or if not, one of the worst movie scores on Rotten Tomatoes or IMDb or Metacritic that they've ever had for a movie. And I understand this is coming from critics, but they don't get it wrong all the time. They didn't like Eternals either. Have you ever watched Eternals? They didn't like Love and Thunder either. You watch those? Sometimes they play ball. That's why movies like Captain Marvel get good reviews. When The Marvels 2 comes out, you're going to see that happen with that movie as well. But I want to show you what just dropped today from The Hollywood Reporter. And now this is something. How much is too much Marvel and Star Wars? Disney rethinks franchise output. Oh, really? Now, here's the thing that I thought was funny about this article. Apparently, numbers matter now. What do I mean by that? Well, I mean views and money, bottom line. How much money are we making at the box office? Are we doing good? We killing it? Those matter now. I get the feeling that heads could roll finally after years of them putting out complete woke nonsense, not caring, putting out low-quality bullshit. The chickens are coming home to roost. Kevin Feige has announced all kinds of breaks being hit. A lot of shows, particularly Ironheart, the show nobody wants. Nobody wants that show. Character sucks. Riri Williams, one of the worst characters ever created at Marvel. That show's now been delayed. The only shows that are safe that are coming out this year apparently are Secret Wars, which will likely, I don't know if it's going to be good, but that people will likely watch it, and Loki Season 2. I'm going to go over some of this in a minute, but Hawkeye spinoff Echo, a show nobody wanted, and Ironheart, a show nobody wanted. Apparently, those are delayed. Agetha, Coven of Chaos, a show nobody wants. Apparently, also delayed. How worse are things going to get, particularly for Marvel? Now, one of the reasons they're doing this, thankfully, is quality control. One of the biggest problems that Marvel's had is its CGI. The CGI in She-Hulk, for example, dog shit. And it continues over into Ant-Man Quantumania. Look at some of these pictures. This is from the video game. This is video game MODOK. Here's MODOK from Ant-Man. Look how bad that looks. Now, the reason that this looks so bad is simple. Marvel orders a lot of CGI work, and they're very demanding. They're expecting these people to create these shots within a very small period of time because they don't like leaks. Like, they don't start putting the final touches on this shit until it gets close to release, and then they want to move right into another one. And because of this, a lot of the top talent in the industry doesn't want to work with them. So they've got people that aren't as qualified to work on this stuff, and it shows. This looks bad. I understand it's low res, but it's not going to look that much better. This is a big problem. This is low quality. You start oversaturating the market with a bunch of bad shit. Eventually, people are going to stop turning out for your product. And that's what's happening. So listen to this. The directive to rein in costs and output arrives as Disney prepares to release Marvel's Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania on February 17th, and as The Mandalorian Season 3 awaits its March 1st Disney debut. Marvel is Disney's most important supplier of product, the subsidiary with the highest output, and under Iger's directive, it could feel cuts the soonest. There is going to be a level of rigor on Marvel and across the entire company, one company insider says. Numbers matter now, and costs are going to be outlined and enforced. That's bad news for Kevin Feige. So he might have had a good run, but it wasn't all him in the beginning. Now he's in total control, and the person they're going to replace him with, too, by the way, if they fire him, is that woman under him, and she's woke as hell. This woman wants to get rid of the name X-Men because it's considered, it's not inclusive. A name that has built-in marketing since the 60s. But let's piss that away and call them the Mutants. People say, well, that's the name Stan Lee wanted to call them. Yeah, and it sucked. The Mutants. It's not Family Robinson. X-Men has a brand built into it. But they want to get rid of that now because it's considered offensive and inclusive. So you think she's going to do a good job. Marvel's going to have to flush down the toilet before they ever rebound back into greatness. They've had signs of being shit for a minute. But this is big. Numbers matter now, and costs are going to be outlined and enforced. There's a lot going on in that quote. And then listen to this. The only thing that's safe, like I said, Secret Invasion and Loki Season 2. The rest are delayed. Indefinitely delayed, by the way. Even projects that wrapped months ago, such as the Hawkeye spinoff Echo and Wakanda Forever spinoff Ironheart, are unlikely to arrive in 2023 as the studio spreads out its content and tinkers in post-production. What does that mean? Reshoots, baby. That's what that means. Shows in development, such as Nova, are now on a slower path. Marvel Studios and head Kevin Feige echoed the new direction. The pace at which we're putting out the Marvel Plus shows will change. Kevin Feige told Entertainment Weekly in an interview published this week, noting that there will be fewer shows that will be more spaced out. It's a good idea. You should probably also stop trying to be woke, like having Ant-Man say socialism is great. That would help as well. I think there's blood in the water at Disney, and I think you're going to see a lot of cuts. If people don't deliver good stuff that sells, they're going to be fired. I don't think it'll matter, though, because Disney is still going to push their message. They just put out a thing today where they ask their guests the day after they come to the park what their gender is. What does that have to do with riding roller coasters and looking at theme park bullshit? Disney will be the last to change, but the cracks are starting. The blood is in the water. Things are changing. How fast they'll change and get back to trying to make money and making everybody a fan again, I don't know. But this is not good. Not good. This isn't good either. So this is something that we'll see what happens, you know. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.